All right, this is Blake Plimpton here with King's Cross Anglican Church. We had too much fun with the bishop and had way too many questions for him. So unfortunately, we didn't get to do a time with him asking the questions for good soil and good news going around the diocese, but we're doing it now. And this is how we do things. So Judah, what are some glow spots this past year? What's been great? What's been a highlight? What's been something encouraging that the diocese should know about?
I believe that this church has been growing a lot in their vision and in their mindset. Like the effects are there now.
You were just confirmed last week. That was also part of the busyness. So what led you to that confirmation?
I want to continue to dedicate my life to Christ and know what the Spirit to be flowing through me fully.
You are an amazing servant. You're always helping out. You're always around. You're always the first one to say, hey, I'm going to do that. And it's just so encouraging. What are some areas in which we could grow as a church?
We need to bring more of the community together. We have some more outreach, which comes along with missionary work, and we need to develop in those areas.
This is Jean Fast. She's our junior warden. She's done a fantastic job. What are some ways in which you've seen our church, like the glow spots?
We have a lot of babies and children, and to me that's a lovely glow spot. And then I feel like our congregation loves each other well.
Yeah.
And that's another.
Yeah. Yeah, we just had somebody move in the church, and I think like half of the church ended up coming to help her at some point, like move from her apartment to her house, like throughout the week. And it's just like, when you need us, we're there. All right. Well, what areas do you think we need growth in?
I think we need to grow by ministering and reaching out to the community and bringing them in, and showing the love of Jesus to them in concrete ways.
Like establishing roots in the city, right? That's kind of the language I've used in the vision statement is, hey, how do we become more established? Well, we need to be known, right? And we need to be a part of what's going on, not just doing our own thing.
Right.
So absolutely.
What you do in your office hours, I think, is very good for the community.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's fun. I sit every Monday at Beyond Bread, office hours for 3 hours and just talk to people and anyone else that comes in the church and just pray for people and whatever else comes. This is Jason Catewood. He's our senior warden at King's Cross. What are some areas in which you see us glowing or doing good?
We seem to have very good engagement and involvement from the folks that are members here. And even the folks who are not actually technically members, they come every week. They're just very engaged. They're very much part of our community. We have a lot of good conversations that happen every week, friendships developing. We also have a good, I think, an age diversity, which is really nice to see. So from young children, families with younger children, to older folks like retirement age, and then people more middle kind of range, and then some younger men. And it just seems like there's a lot of good energy and a lot of vibrant participation in our liturgy as well, week to week. And also we have a lot of people that are willing to serve too. That was another thing I would see, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like 50% of our people are serving every Sunday, it feels like. Well, what areas do you think we could grow in as a church?
We need to be more intentional about what our discipleship formation process looks like. Like, what do we actually invite people into? And then, of course, mentoring is really another thing that it happens, but it happens kind of almost because people fall into it.
Okay, this is Joseph Townsend. He is our current treasurer. What are some of the highlights?
I think the two big ones that occur to me are that last year we held services every single week of the year, all 52, and that the Eucharist was celebrated 50 out of those 52 weeks. The other thing is that we knew that this year we're going to come into putting on my treasurer hat, we knew that we're going to come into a deficit year. And so we budgeted for that. And thanks be to God, we are not spending as much as we were afraid we were going to. We have received more. Our people have given generously. So we're still in a deficit, but we are not in as deep of a deficit as we were afraid of. Thanks to the goodness of God.
Yeah, that's been encouraging. It's been encouraging to see. Even with such a small church, right? Being a church plant, everything feels fragile. Like you have a bunch of plates spinning and they're all going to fall. And if one of them falls, they all fall. But to see some good health and good stability is great. So what are some of those growth spots that you can think of?
As a treasurer, and like I said, we're in a deficit year. So one of the places that I'm hoping that God will increase us is with the generosity of our people and the people around us, that we would stop being in a financial deficit, and that he would bring sinners in need of salvation so that he could minister to them through us.